What's up, Planeswalkers? Another day, another deck, and today we're playing Orzhov Bats. So we've got some rabbits here, hang in there, but then we've got some bats: Deep-Cavern Bat, Ruin-Lurker Bat, Starscape Bat, Lifecreed Duo, Essence Channeler, and then Raise the Past. So we're gonna put a bunch of these creatures into our graveyards, become Batman, and really just blow out our opponents with life gain and dealing damage. We also have Amalia in there, as you know. So let's see how this goes. Alright, we're on the play. I think this is a decent hand because we can always go Lifecreed Duo into Deep-Cavern, depending on what opponent shows. And we do have a black source. We are 1 mana away from Raise the Past too, which Raise the Past is really kind of our win con, and opponent's gonna take it away with the rest. Oh, okay. Actually, I'm gonna go Soaring. Yeah, Snarl. Ugh. It is early, y'all. Sorry, the monster is not kicked in. Snarling Gorehound. So this is really the engine of the deck because anything that we play just gets put into the graveyard. And you know what? Let's get rid of the Lifecreed Duo. Opponent's helping us if we're discarding cards, to be honest. We'll throw down the Deep-Cavern, see what they've got. If they've got anything crazy, we can take that from them. Yeah, let's take the other Bandit's talent. Might as well. They don't have the mana for a split up. I'm going to throw the other Greyhound into the graveyard. We just need 1 more mana. 1 more mana gets us to where we need for Raise the Past. Alright, Starscape Cleric, we can't offspring it. I think we can still play it though. This way we have a backup if the opponent does split up and they deal a bunch of damage to us. But let's get the Sanctifier into the graveyard and swing it. So yeah, this deck is like a massive kind of replication of the same plan. Oh, Authority of the Councils. That, do we care about that? I don't know if we care about that. We could Dewdrop Cure. Then we bring back a few creatures. We would ping them for a ton. They would gain 2, but they would lose a lot off of the triggers. Let's do that. We're not going to give them a gift. Let's get the Hinterland Sanctifier and the Snarling Gorehound. Just because of a few things. 1, we're going to ping them for a ton of damage here. And then 2, we're going to get to fill our graveyard and hopefully search for that last mana. So as you can see, every creature basically that's on top, we just throw right into the bin. Because it's going to be 2 or less. And then we can bring back with Raise the Past. So, let's just go from there. Alright. And, oh, tapped mana, but opponent saw the writing on the wall. They knew what was coming. Well, on to the next one. Idle Decks. Do I know this name? I don't know if I've seen this before. We'll keep pretty decent hand here. Again, it's always good to have, you know, the Deep-Cavern Bat. It's one of the biggest staples, I feel like, in Standard for hand removal, obviously. But it's good to just have as a backup a lot of the time. And let's see. So they're playing red. White. Okay, are they playing the traditional Boros? Let's take a peek. I was kind of thinking if we go for the life gain tactic there, but I don't know if we really want to. Okay, so they're not playing the normal. Let's get rid of the Sheltered by Ghosts. I mean, I just want to get rid of the Sheltered by Ghosts just to make sure that we're good in case they had, like, you know, land off the top and then the turn after they play another. Alright, see Virtue of Loyalty. That would have been bad for us. So now we can actually go ahead and do 2 of the Starscape Clerics here. So each time we gain a life, opponent loses a life. Do that again, and then we can swing in. It's gonna double. Well, then we have the Lifecreed Duo. We might as well swing with both, but I'm gonna only do the Deep-Cavern Bat. If we could guarantee that we get another land next turn, yeah, just like that, we beat Boros. All right, on to the next one. This deck is pretty cool. I do like this deck a little bit here. I've faced it a ton of times. It's always really hard to deal with without like graveyard hate. So best of one is absolutely where it lives. This is a decent hand as well. I mean, Ruin-Lurker Bat into Deep-Cavern Bat. I'm Batman. That's all that I gotta say. And there's so many cards in this deck that you don't realize are bats too. Like, you know, Essence Channeler is a bat cleric, and then the duo, the healing one, that's also like a rat bat or something. It's something crazy. Okay, opponent has the Shire lands. They're probably playing some type of artifact stuff then if they're playing the Clay-Fired. Let's take the Synthesizer. We can swing in for one. Opponent does have a Day of Judgment though. So next turn we can grab the Day of Judgment. I've never really seen anybody use Nahiri's Resolve. Clay Fire Bricks. So they're like a artifact ramp? That's a little bit interesting to me. The best part about this is we can take the Day of Judgment here, right? They have a Get Lost also. So either way, our creatures are gone. I think we take the Day of Judgment so that we can at least hold them off of the Simeraculum, blah, 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 you know? Because what they'll do is they'll Get Lost the Deep-Cavern Bat. So let's go ahead and do this. Let's swing in. They're going to get rid of the bat with Day of Judgment. Which is, again, fine with me. We can go ahead and lay down the Gorehound now. And then we can start pumping it up with the maps. So we can see what we can find. So Lifecreed Duo, that's the one. That's the one I was forgetting about. Let's pump it up again. What do we get? Okay. Courtyard, that's fine. Let's throw that into the... Oh, we can't throw it in the graveyard. Let's put it on bottom. Ideally, we're looking for a Raise the Past, but opponent's most likely going to Day of Judgment now, right? That's fine. Next turn, we can Dewdrop Cure, and we can gift them a card. So now when we Dewdrop Cure, we get back 2 more of the Deep-Cavern Bats. I think we want to go ahead and grab the Gorehound too so we can start up our Surveil engine. So yes, we gave them a card, but we get 2 looks of their hand to take something from their hand. And yeah, so good thing they saw the Synthesizer, but they got a land. And then now we can get rid of one of the Nahiri's Resolve. Gain a bunch of life, throw that into the graveyard. Throw that into the graveyard. What are the odds that they get another Day of Judgment off the top? Okay, so how does this work? They can return any number of non-token artifacts or creatures to the battlefield. Well, we got the Raise the Past. So they're going to bring those back. Let's swing in first. I'm gonna hold off because I don't know what they're doing with this. I would like to get the most of my Raise the Past, so if they do have another board wipe or something, I would like that they play it now. Well, that's their end step. Okay. Ruin-Lurker Bat. Do we play it and try to fill up the graveyard more? I think we do. We gain a life. We get to Surveil. Okay, Sanctifier into the graveyard. Swing in. Lay down the land and pass the turn. Okay, that's what we're looking for. We don't want to scry that to the bottom. We want that on top. So we have enough mana to raise the past and throw out the Starscape Cleric. Okay. Synthesizer down. This is where it might get a little bit juicy here. We might get a little bit juicy. Let's do this. We're going to go with the Offspring. Hopefully, again, opponent doesn't have a board wipe. If it does, that's going to be crazy. All right, put the land in there. We got to go again. Gorehound, and opponent sees the writing on the wall. Oh, that's it, and let's get into the wrap-up. So this was Orzhov Bats. This deck was honestly pretty great. The biggest thing about this deck is it's a great best-of-one staple. When your opponents don't know what to expect, you have some aspects that you could factor in, like you could add some kill spells or anything like that, or your own board wipes. But it was really great. I went 4-1. The only time I lost was to a mono red deck, but that's going to change after Monstrous Rage is banned. Anyways, thank you to everybody for checking out the videos. First and foremost, last but not least, you are doing everything right today, and you matter. Good. Bye. Oh, and consider liking and subscribing.